I feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. No lie, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Alrighty, should be good. What's going on, everybody? My name is Chad. Hopefully, everything's working out real well. Welcome to Anime Night, the night where we all come together, we watch anime together, we eat, we drink. Tonight's video is sponsored as always, my water. But tonight's special, we're doing lemon water because I like to treat myself. It's 2019. It's okay to treat yourself a little bit. This week, I have to not do the full hour because I have a super early morning and school tomorrow. So, in order to make the most of our time, we're going to be watching Fairy Tale, one of my personal favorites. I've actually, weirdly, I am such a snob for watching pretty much only Japanese audio for everything. I always watch this in dubbed for some reason. I think it's the first thing I ever saw of it was dubbed. So, although I'll be watching it in sub today, it is the first time I've ever heard it in sub. So that'll be an interesting contrast. Like always, if you guys would like to watch along with us. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. Down in the description down below, there's a link where you can open up in a new tab, watch this at the same time, and we can talk about it and have fun. We are watching, I believe, on Crunchyroll. We are watching episodes 1 and 2. And if you see on the side of the screen, I will pop it up right now. Should be on this side. Called it. There's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. If you're a regular watcher, you understand this. This is just the timer to keep sync so we can keep everything on track together. We can all watch it together, and it's nothing weird or, I don't know, uninteresting. Alrighty, let's begin here. I think I've given you guys plenty enough time to load the anime up. We will start the anime in 3, 2, 1. That's a pinky finger, but yeah. Turn that down. All right. Did see Krim and Anthony, but who else is cracking around? Yuki! Sorry, I'm looking at my phone to get your guys' chat. Mystery, haven't seen you in a while. Yes, quite a few of them, actually. The Star Wars EU is amazing. Dude, I gotta say, as someone who's... I mean, I'm wearing a Star Wars hat, for gosh sakes, but I think I'm a bigger fan of the extended universe than I am of the actual movies, which is weird to say, because I love all the old movies, but geez, the EU's fun. Hisashiburi, treat yourself. Do you like Dororo? So, I was thinking about doing that tonight, but here's the problem. It looks like a fun anime. It looks like something I would really enjoy. I like that style of anime, and I love yokai and that type of stuff. Daniel Stout, $20. Holy moly, dude, thank you so much. Oh, you're so rad. You still haven't freaking sent me your address. Oh, no, wait. I have you on Patreon, don't I? Yes, I have your address. I'm going to send you stuff whether you like it or not. Every week I go, Daniel, send me your address. I'll send you stuff. No address to be found. You can't hide from me when I have your Patreon address, son. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. Was that a sub? Oh, that was the Daniel Stout one with the yay. That was slow. Yeah, I really want to watch Dororo, but because I want to watch it, I want to focus on it. An anime night is like 90% kind of interacting with you guys, 10% commenting on the anime, unfortunately. So, I think if we do watch it, it would have to be one of those special anime nights where I'm like totally down to just not talk. Or maybe just do it on Twitch where I don't have a huge fan base anyway, so they won't care if I don't talk. Because I want to watch it and absorb it, and then what would be great is being able to pause it and somehow have some way for you guys to watch it with me. I don't know if you can have anime on screen on Twitch. Jeez. English is getting hard. But if that would be possible, I'd like to be able to stop it and then commentate and then keep going. Unlike this where we kind of just talk over it. But I am excited. I mean, it's kind of weird hearing this in Japanese, but this was actually super fun to watch when I was in high school. Hello, Chad. What type of stuff do you send? Roar of Time. Well, obviously, I don't have it right now. As you can see, the mighty board is empty, and that's more or less because we are preparing for St. Chatty's Day. It's a special live stream I do, March 16th, the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day, where essentially you tip and it hurts me. And every year's different. Every year's gotten slightly more crazy and extreme. This year's going to be a lot of, like, cow prods, tasers. Ugh. But normally, I have tip rewards up there. So it's like a number 3, it means you tip $3. Number 10, you tip $10. And based on that, you get something. Like some old prizes that didn't get bought up. These were $1 prizes. And, you know, they're just cool little Pokemon cards from Japan. And it's like, hey, tip $1, I'll send them to you anywhere in the world. I'll pay shipping. It's just kind of a way for me to say, hey, thanks for supporting the channel. Again, I don't have any of these prepared this week because we are in preparation season for the live stream, March 16th. But normally that is the case. So if you come back at a more regular season, a more regular time, then that's how that works. Whenever you tip one of the numbers on the board, you get shipped something cool from Japan. It could be something I got at a shrine, could be Japanese Pokemon cards, manga books from Japan. I've shipped also, I mean, some of them have been Japanese fly fishing rods. It's been just a spread of interesting stuff. Fairy Tail has too much ecchi. I'm not a big fan of that, but maybe I didn't notice it because I did watch this in high school, and I hate ecchi in anime. I get if you like it. I don't care for it. I didn't notice it that much. Now I notice it more. Wow, or as I say that. It's weird. It didn't really hit me in high school. Maybe I was watching too much freaking anime. But at the time, I did not think about it. What kind of animes do you normally watch? This is really only the third stream I've been here so far, so I'm not sure. What kinds of animes, or do you want, like, titles? Because typically dramedy was always the thing I liked. I liked slice of life, stuff that makes you laugh and then cry. Tends to be what I liked. And romance. Who doesn't like a good romance? Problem is, a lot of the new ones I don't like that much. But good examples would be like, what's it? Hanasaku Iroha and... Anohana. Like, that stuff I love. But I found a weird affinity for, like, those becoming the next Hokage, like, inspiring type stories. So stuff like Haikyuu and Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, One Piece. I don't like all of them, and I hate filler, and there's a whole bunch of things not to like, but I like that overall thing of, like, you start with someone who sucks, then they become something awesome. I think there's something cool behind that. Maybe I feel a little bit of myself in those characters as I'm on my journey to try and become whatever my version of the Hokage is. I don't like how you can't change the Japanese subs on Crunchyroll. Well, at least with the PlayStation app. Anthony, you should try, there's a site, I gotta make a video about it. It's called Daiweeb, and it's a website that is non-profit. They do not make any money from their website. They're not trying to make money from their website. So technically, because it's educational, at least in terms of American law, it's legal, so it's not technically an illegal streaming site. What they do is they, for free, add Japanese subtitles onto, I mean, it's been every anime that I've searched for they've had. And it's great because I hate English subtitles on the screen, and you can also get rid of all the subtitles. You can have just Japanese subtitles. You can have both Japanese and English. You can change the size of the subtitles, the color of the subtitles, if there's shadow to the subtitles. It has all these crazy options. I really enjoy it. And if you scroll over the subtitle on the screen, it actually pulls up the dictionary for what the word is, which is super cool. So I need to make a video about it. Anthony, if you would like... Daiweeb, I think it's daiweeb.org. Daiweeb.org. They have, it's one of the best sites I've seen for listening practice in a very long time. What up, Anthony Smith? Hey, those rods are awesome. I agree. I fish with them like almost every weekend. In July, Hokkaido is not that hot. Yeah, but so one of the reasons I do a lot of frequent trips is I have like a hometown, and in that hometown, I have places to stay for free. If I go to Hokkaido, I have to pay, and it costs me a lot more to do that, which means I take trips less frequently. So even though Hokkaido is not as hot, it is also more expensive. And flights too there are also more expensive than to my city, so just means a lot more money for really no payoff just to take the test in July when I can wait till December. I'm a patient man. I don't have to pass in 6 months. I can pass in December. Some good Slice of Life recommendations. Oh my gosh. See, the problem is... everyone's got better opinions than me. Everybody, how about this? Everybody throw in a good Slice of Life recommendation, and if I think of one that you guys didn't think of, I'll throw in my 2 cents. I still feel nothing at the end of Anohana. Do you have a soul? Ow! That hurts me to hear. That's all I've been watching recently. Oh man, Anohana, I know. It's brutal. Yo, don't even mention Anohana, I'll start crying. See, these are the standard reactions to watching those animes. Like those and animes, as if that's the plural of anime. Whatever. If you can't tell, I'm very tired. What are those other sad ones that everyone always says? It's like the what do they call it? The blood tear trifecta, the one that make you cry tears of blood. They're so sad. It's Anohana, Angel Beats, Clanad. That was the other one. Yeah, all of those are slice of lives that'll rip your soul out. Do you like Prison School? By the way, Yu Yu Hakusho is far too underrated. I agree. All these new kids are spoiled, man. They didn't have to watch the VHS anime like I had to growing up, because it's the only way to get it, like these bootleg VHS tapes of anime. And Yu Yu was one of those things we had to watch. And it was fantastic, and I loved every second of it. But I don't know, maybe the art's too old for kids to really get into these days, and it's a shame because the story's so good. Prison School. Isn't that the one with the girl with the white hair and the white eyebrows, and you like break the law and you go there to compete in that game? I've seen it. I was wondering why they didn't do a second season, if that is Prison School. If it's not, then I forgot. Shokugeki no Soma. I don't think I've heard of that one. Shokugeki no Soma. I don't know. Maybe I have. Clanad destroyed me. No joke. You know what sucks? That was back in the day. So I watched Clanad in high school, and I was like a sad high school kid that was like, why won't anyone love me? And I watched Clanad, and nowadays, to give you some comparison, if you said, hey, Chad, the first season of this anime is terrible, but the second season's worth the watch. It's really good, so just watch 25 episodes of the first season to get to the only good part, which is the second season. I would tell you to piss off. In high school, someone told me that about Clanad. Guess what I did? Watch the entire first season just to get to the second season, because apparently I had that kind of time in the day. Can't do that now. Kobayashi-san Dragon Maid. Isn't that the... Oh yeah, that's the one where all those memes on Reddit came from. I have not seen that one yet. I suppose it's on the list as long as anybody actually wants to watch it. Does look fun. We'll definitely be checking out Dieweeb. Thanks, bro. That's what I'm here for. Spreading the help. Cannot claim credit for finding it. I have a Discord, if you guys see the link on the screen or down below. And people share all these cool resources, even with me. So a lot of those resources you guys see on my videos, you can find them out first by joining the Discord, because other language learners go, hey, have you heard about this? And sometimes they suck, and sometimes they're really good. And Dieweeb gets the Chad seal of approval. Toradora is a great series. Thank you. Someone understands me. Notice the tear on my last comment. Trying to be macho, but no, rips me apart. Oh, okay. My, the iPhone emoji that I got from that was not as macho as I think it was trying to be. I can't wait for the Clanad game, honestly. So I have the actual PSP game from Japan. I went over there and got it my first trip because I'm weeb garbage. And I played it and I enjoyed it. I only got to one ending. Like I think they said there's like 46 endings. It's been years since I've played. I might be totally wrong. I think there's 46. But the one ending I got I liked, and it was honestly the one I wanted. So, and you can actually end up, I think, with any of the girls in that game. Or at least any of like the main girls. Like you can't end up with your sister or anything. Or like the kid you might have with your future spouse. What up, Lucky? Okay, I do my best to keep up with the chat, but I'm very tired from reading JLPT reading prep books. By the way, the Kanzen series, little easy, kind of disappointed. I'll talk about that another time. I was typing that about the seasons, thought it was too long. Yeah, no, oh my gosh, I agree so much. Exactly why I'll never watch One Piece. I always recommend the first arc of One Piece, the one that goes through the shark people. Everyone can, if you want to stop after that, if it's not your type of thing, do it. But if they, the first 40-something episodes, are super solid. They're really good. Obviously, they expand and the seasons get longer and there's more flashback. But just that first season, there's not a lot to flash back to because there hasn't been a lot that's happened. So it's really, really solid. And I really enjoy One Piece. A lot a lot of One Piece, in most fans' opinions, can be skipped since it's inconsequential filler. Yeah, if you type One Piece filler, it's the same with Naruto, by the way, if you guys are interested in watching Naruto, you type in Naruto filler, One Piece filler, and there's a website by very dedicated weeaboos who are just there to make sure you don't have to watch stuff you don't have to watch, and any episode's like, oh, this is filler, this isn't, this is filler, this isn't, just watch the non-filler episodes. It cuts like half the show out. By the way, guys, been trying to get a bunch of Dieweeb or Dieweeb, etc. Eventually got dieweeb.org. Thanks for telling me about the fantastic site. That's it, Joshua. That's the one. It's the dieweeb.org and the Terakoya? I can't see it. Hold on. Terakoya. Yeah, so it's that when you hit the Terakoya, that's the information side of the website where they're trying to teach Japanese. But it's a super good site. You can check the link down below there. I will make a video about it. I don't know if I can do it next week. I feel like I'm forgetting, like I promised someone a video. But I could do it next week if I didn't promise anyone anything. I just don't remember. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, super good. I have a bunch of the mangas. After the whole world, sorry, whole universe is a JoJo reference. I don't know that reference, unfortunately. Weeb garbage is a mood. That is my daily wake up. That's my default. Weeb garbage. Nani shiteru no? It's so fun to be able to like have the anime on the background and know what's going on just from the audio, and it's in Japanese, and I can watch the chat. I'm so happy I learned Japanese. It's so fun. All right, back to talking. Available path leads to one of the actual females. I'm always told, man, get past episode 100 and you're good. Maybe must get past episode 100, and I think, let me guess, that's One Piece. I mean, I'm past 100. There's actually there was a version, not a version, what do they call it? Like an arc. I didn't like. It was the desert one. I like the end of the desert arc. Sorry, I had some hair on my screen. Did not like the actual arc itself. It was too long. You could have done it in a shorter period of time. The homes in Japan. You're getting a JoJo tattoo? Crimson, can you Snapchat me a picture of like what you're thinking? I'm a sucker for anime tattoos. That would be a lemon seed, everybody. You know, I thought lemon seeds float, but apparently, nope. Nope, they sink. Oh, I love lemon water. Yeah, sorry, no comma. I'm driving. Daniel, don't text and drive. You can talk to me when you're not driving. Hey, Chad, I recently came across YouTube videos of people experiencing racism in Japan. Have you ever had an experience like that? I have. I've had two. Minus, I mean, you could... I guess in America you call them microaggressions. You encounter those like every day. Any race that's not Japanese. Even other Asian races. Like if you're Chinese and you look Chinese, or again, Korean and you look Korean, there's a lot of being treated different. Both in a positive way or different way, they treat you differently. But straight up racism. The two experiences I have are in Tokyo, which is part of the reason I hate Tokyo. The first one was I got off my train at whatever station I was at. I don't remember. It wasn't the one with the cool crosswalk, and it wasn't the one with all the girls dressed in weird costumes. That's all I remember. And literally right when I got out of the train station, it was Tokyo, and it was big and stinky and a lot of people. And I was hungry, and I was like, I'm going to go get some sushi. Just right across the street, I saw a sushi place, went in, and the guy pointed to a sign and said, no foreigners, and was like, no foreigner, get out. That was the end of that experience. Nothing violent happened. I was like, fine, if you don't want my money, I'll go someplace else. It's not a big deal. But it didn't feel good at the time. So that was the first experience. The second one was also in Tokyo, and I was there for a little while. I was probably there for a couple hours. I think I was on my way transferring flights, but I had a huge layover, like 8-9 hours, so I was just hanging out in Tokyo on my way to somewhere else because I was traveling super budget. And I was walking on a street, and there's lots of people there, and there was a guy on a corner. It was like a 4-way cross, And there's a guy in the corner, and he had a bunch of magazines that, it's Tokyo or it's Japan. I mean, I'm not sitting there like, oh, look at this. What's this guy doing? I kind of have my headphones in. This is my first rodeo in Japan. I'm just walking around. And I walk in with my headphones up, and I'm just kind of standing at the edge of the street waiting to go. And I feel a smack on my head, like hard. Like it felt like someone hit me. And I look back, and I was like, because I got hit. And it was a dude at the magazine stand with the magazine trying to bop me. And I just take a quick look at the magazines and what's going on. They're all pictures of like famous Americans with like crosses and X's through them, and lots of like you see kinshi on the paper and stuff. And at that time, this was probably 2 years ago, my kanji reading wasn't really well, but I'm pretty confident it was an anti-American magazine. In fact, after telling Japanese friends about it, after I got back to Fukuoka, they're telling me that, oh yeah, it's just a guy who's trying to sell these weird kind of like Japanese nationalist magazines, and he saw a foreigner and decided to smack. I mean, he didn't actually hurt me. I'm not gonna call the cops on the freaking dude. Plus, I knew I was bigger than him, so it's like, again, it feels worse inside than the actual action that happened to me. And those two experiences have made me not want to go back to Tokyo. I made a video about it, but those are the two instances where actual racism happened. I've had instances where I've like really liked a girl, and I was like, hey, maybe I can start moving towards these steps and making stuff happen. And then she goes, hey, just letting you know, my parents will never be okay with me dating a foreigner, like ever. So even if you want to date me, that's all it's ever going to be. And like hearing that and hearing the nonchalantness in her voice about like she would just never marry a foreigner solely because her parents would like disown her. And she's okay with saying that, and she's okay with their parents being like that. Hearing that stuff, you're like, what? But that's how her parents are, and she's made that choice for herself, and that's just kind of some of the small things that you get a lot of experiences with. Again, it's not a lot of this overt stuff. You're not going to get giant marches in the streets against foreigners very often. It's very small things. What's up, Allison? What is cracking? I got a couple of crossed arms, but after I started speaking Japanese, they usually let me in with open arms, except one time when it was someone's birthday. Fair enough. I hear they don't serve foreigners because they don't want to give you service. They think you can't speak Japanese, so they won't be able to serve you properly. Now, at the time that happened, the sushi one specifically, I spoke fine Japanese. I was living and working in Japan. So I asked, I was like, what's wrong? And I said, hey, you don't got an English menu. I can read Japanese. It's okay. That type of stuff. Nothing happened. It's just, he just didn't like foreigners. Again, I'm not giving him malintent. He might be that way. I don't remember exactly what I said to him, but I remember trying to be like, because it didn't occur to me that it was racism at first, because Japan is so nice. And I think after I was trying to talk and it was like brick wall with him, that I was like, oh, it's because I'm foreign, isn't it? Not saying that out loud, but in my head I was like, connect the dots. All right, fine. You travel Japan often and stay for free. Japanese wife or girlfriend? No, just lots of Japanese friends. Like lots and lots of Japanese friends. If you saw my Line account, it's quite a bit of Japanese people. All right, we're going to move to episode 2, by the way, and then I'll keep talking to you guys. Episode 2 will start in 3, 2, 1. Whoopsie. All right, hopefully I'm back on. I don't know if I am. Am I back on? All right, I think I'm back on. Sorry about that, guys. My thing quit on me when I switched over. However, we are starting the next episode of Fairy Tale, so just a heads up. Super sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Just kind of OBS was like, nah, Chad, you're good. So we're on episode 2. All right, let's keep up with the cool chat. You cut your hair? No, I just tied it back. I always just kind of tie my hair back. Uh, my experience is that that's the vocal minority. I think that's mine too. Yeah. So I have the same kind of experience in America. I've shown lots of Japanese people around. I have lots of, Hispanic friends and black friends, like just people that don't look like me. And it seems to be that in America too, you don't get a lot of overtly, like, you don't get a guy in the street that looks at you and goes, go home. Like, the news likes to make it look like that. But I've never been walking with my Mexican friend Gage ever. And we spent a lot of time together. Never have been told to go back to Mexico, ever. In fact, that's not his experience either. He's never had that experience. But that doesn't mean that there aren't pockets of people that are like that. And they're very loud online, and because the news needs to make money on people watching their stuff, they try and make things seem worse. They focus on these negative voices and don't show the majority, which is, hey, just be rad, son. I think Japan's similar. I think it is, it has its racist, but it has lots of great people, and it is very overtly welcoming for the most part. I don't think it's inherently like a bad place. The protest happened in Okinawa because of the Marines. Yeah, I knew that. That's kind of a weird thing. So that doesn't inherently have to do with race, because Americans are like a bunch of different races, and they're talking about the military base, the American military base there. And there are problems with that. There are some very interesting crime statistics in Okinawa because of the foreign population that's there. I do not have enough of a public opinion I want to give on that at the current moment, but you guys can look up those stats on your own. But in my city, it's just, in general, not really a problem. Fukuoka's been awesome to me. And a bunch of cities I've been to, it's pretty much just been Tokyo. I'd get arrested and banned if someone tried to assault me. Yeah, I realized when I started, like, I'm tall and I'm broad-shouldered and I wear a lot of black and scary-looking stuff because I like hardcore music. I've learned to not just smack people who try to pick a fight with me, because a lot of people did. And it's just not really worth it. So when people try and do bad stuff to me, I just go, all right, fine, I'll just go over here. I had a teacher at my school. I studied in Shiga Prefecture. Oh, cool. It's a beautiful place, dude. And he was pretty overtly racist and homophobic. So homophobia is a lot... Well, okay, let's specify this. Homophobia. Not scared of gays, but definitely having the culture clash there. That is still very prevalent in Japan. And it is... they're fighting the good fight, but it's still there. So that's very prevalent. It's not like a fear of gays. I don't know anyone that's afraid of gays. It's just kind of this stigma is still there for the homosexuality... For homosexuality there. Racism is, I've never seen a country on earth that doesn't have racism. All of them do. It's just a matter of percentage and how open it is. So, you're fine. What happened? You're good. There's lag, but yes. Yeah, so again, sorry about that. That was OBS. If it's lagging now, I don't know how to help you. I'm scared to touch OBS because when I touched OBS, it quit, so we're just going to leave it alone. So if there's lag, I apologize. Forgive me just for tonight. I was in the Marines, and I can't believe the stupid crap that happens with Marines on Okinawa. Yeah, so my buddy, well, I can't say my buddy now. We're friends, but we haven't talked in 2 years, so you know how that kind of is, like what would that make you, acquaintances? What was her, fudge. Now I'm sad. Oh well. I have to honestly admit I forgot her name because it sounded like 3 of my other friends' names, and I can't believe I forgot her name. That makes me feel like such a douche because we were good friends for like the first 4 years I was in Japan. It's coming. Just give it a bit, guys. It'll be there. But she's from Okinawa and left because of that. She was living by herself, and she's like a young, pretty, she's a very pretty Japanese woman, and she just told me herself she didn't feel very comfortable. So take that with a grain of salt, but that was her experience, not mine. I have not been to Okinawa. I'm sure most of the Marines are lovely, but those statistics are there. Yeah, the school was right on a lake. right on Lake, was that Biwa? Beautiful location. That whole freaking place is gorgeous. It's one of those places that it's not super popular with foreigners. Like a foreigner doesn't go, oh yeah, Shiga. But it's super nice. I have the kind of aura that attracts all the creepers and combative types. I only get scared when forced, and then I terrify them. Sorry, can't help the lag. I worked at a kombini in Hokkaido, and racism was very little, but every now and then you notice it. And if you live or have lived in Japan, I agree. You don't have to, Josh. Totally fine. Just as someone who is interested in all things Japan, and I'm curious about your story, and I always ask people about their stories. What race do you happen to identify with? Are you white? Are you another type of foreigner? I would like to understand. You don't have to go into details if you don't want to. You can say, Chad, I plead the fifth. I understand. I'm just always curious. I find it interesting. Friend you used to have. That's what she said. Yeah. Well, she was a great friend. Like, I met her my first trip there, and we were friends for... I think, she was trying to use English for herself, but she was also trying to accommodate me. I just didn't need it. I was like, hey, let me sync. I'm going to Okinawa next month, flying in from Osaka and flying out to Tokyo, so I don't have to buy a Shinkansen ticket. Honestly, I'd rather fly than Shinkansen. Gosh, I was going to say Shikansen. What the hell is a Shikansen? Yoroshiku ne. That dude sounds so funky in Japanese compared to the English. Yeah, I'd rather fly, to be honest. Do you like sharab? What's a sharab? Sounds exotic. Hey, quick question. Does your diet change very much when you live in Japan versus when you're in America, or do you still try to eat the same thing as much as possible? Good question. I eat what is cheap in both countries. So I have to hit I lift a lot of weights. I also diet and keep a very strict, high-protein, low-carb diet for the most part. Depending on if it's rugby season or not, or if I'm doing team sports or more cardio, it just depends. You always have to shift these gauges in your life depending on what you do. So when I'm in both, I have a battle plan. In America, I know what protein sources are cheap. In Japan, I know what protein sources are cheap and which ones are expensive. I know how I'm able to get, healthy fats in Japan that might crush me in price back home in America. So it does change, but it's not because I'm like, oh, this is my American diet, and then this is when I go to Japan, I'm going to eat all the Japanese food. There's a lot of really carby Japanese food, and I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to get fat. I want to fuel my body. I want to feel good and have energy and just kind of help stave off depression because that's like 90% of the reason I work out and eat well. So I budget for both, but it is different because the things that are cheap in one country are not cheap in the other. Good question. Shikansen. That's a great joke that only people who like kanji are going to get. I love that. Good joke, dude, by the way. Shikansen. Oh, I've seen Train to Busan. Very good movie. Love Korean cinema because of that. That one and, what is it, The Howling? The cool demon one? I like that one too. Also, you don't have the timer on. Okay, so if it quits, let me know. Oh, it's not on. Son of a gun. All right, guys, we are 19 minutes, 40 seconds in, and I'll periodically update you. Again, it crashed. I'm so sorry. OBS crashed. I don't know how to stop that. I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me. Google Translate says shika sen means morning. Shika is also deer. Sen could be a lot of things. Shika, in fact, could be a couple of different things. But when I think shika, because I like to harvest my own meat, I think deer. The one with people that get stuck on a train. Huh? Oh, he's explaining the joke. Canadian white, and apparently the first one working at a kombini in the area. Anyways, was fantastic experience, especially being easygoing. Yeah, my buddy Lin, who's Vietnamese, worked at several kombinis of different types for a while. He was even trying to get me a job there, and I'm like, I'll just stick to tattooing, bro. I like my shop. I like translating It's scary, but I enjoy it. At the time, it was scary, but I enjoy it. But he worked there, and I don't remember him telling me about any sort of racism. To be fair, it didn't come up. Like, most of the time when I hang out with Lynn, we, like, talk about girls and we skate. That's, like, most of what we do. And music. A lot of music. Japanese are awesome, but I almost got into fight at the nightclub in Japan. The guy was thinking I was hitting on her girl. Nah. I guess I don't encounter that much because I don't actively go out of my way to talk to people. It's weird. I'm outgoing when people talk to me like this because I'm kind of performing. But if you just saw me in Japan, in fact, there's a friend of the channel who met me in Japan. His name's Labier. He's from Australia. He'll tell you, Chad is like, imagine this personality. If this is like a 10, turn this down to like a 6, and that's my day to day. It's a lot more. Here, ready? So this is kind of like, if I'm just walking around the house, this is kind of how I talk. And if I see my friends, this is kind of how it is. But the minute there's people there that I'm trying to impress, I turn the clock up. And he was shocked. He goes, I really expected you to be more like how you are on the live stream. And I was like, I know. I'm sorry to let down. Chad, do you have tattoos? I found out the onsen at Nagoya Airport allows tattoos. I say this every single week. Pretty much everywhere is allowing tattoos now, especially for foreigners, because it's not just the mob anymore that have tattoos. And especially since if I have paying money, dollar bills, y'all. I don't know if you guys know this, but the onsen and Sento industries in Japan are like kind of tanking because people are going to them less and less. I don't know, maybe because people don't want to be nude with their friends all the time, right? So a foreigner who wants that experience and is not yet sick of being nude in front of strangers is willing to pay for it. Why would you not take him just because he has a stupid tribal armband? It doesn't make any sense. So yes, I think a lot of places, especially by the 2020 Olympics, are going to be totally fine with tattoos. Yes, I do. So I have a dragon. I have a couple videos of my tattoos. I have a dragon. That's the only piece that I'm working on right now in Japan. It goes from about my armpits, the top, and it goes all the way down the side, on my butt, all the way down to the back of my knee. It's a dragon that's like shooting up out of these cherry blossoms, and it's all the way up and down. I was supposed to get it should have gotten the shading started last trip in November, but I was studying for the JLPT and just could not warrant spending 8 hours on a table, and then like several days after that healing, I needed to practice. But I really want to work on it this time. Oop. Hit a button I wasn't supposed to. I was trying Japanese 101 cheat sheet for date. I think that explains. Huh? I'm confused. There's a site for tattoo-friendly spas, gyms, etc. in Japan. Good. Henry, if you got it, share it with people. I'm not worried about it. I've never had a problem going to a gym with tattoos. I didn't even realize. I've gone to a lot of different gyms, and I've never even asked, and I have visible tattoos. Like, when I'm in my gym shorts, I have, like, all the way down my leg is the dragon, and then from my knee down are Studio Ghibli pieces. So it's like, I'm covered, but I've never had a problem. No one's ever talked to me about it. I didn't even know gyms would be kind of down on that. Who would have guessed? Tattoospot.jp. All right, rad. Your last video was about your test score. I'll be showing a video, or will you be showing a video of what it is about? What the content of the test is? So you don't get to take the test home. They actually have very strict rules about that. You cannot, like, the test, everything to do with the test has to stay there. There are a lot of sites you can test things that are, like practice tests of old versions of the tests or out-of-date versions of the tests that you can use to practice. I don't have any of those, but they're everywhere online. You can find them. I'm going to take the JLPT again. Never. I got to keep taking it, man. I got to finish what I started. Best way to get along with Japanese people is sharab. I don't know what that means, but it might be a meme or a joke, but it sounds cool. I got like a 45 out of 180, but the listening was a good score. You know what's it? Well, Henry, because you said you're living in Japan. That explains. I was going to say, for most people, The listening's the hardest to do because if you're only studying Japanese in America, I can promise you, you are not getting enough input in your classroom. So a lot of people fail on the listening by a lot. We're talking like getting a 5 out of 60 because they think they have enough from talking to their teacher and doing the classroom thing in college, and it's just not enough. So the fact you got a good listening score is great. That just means that's just knowledge at that point. Test taking skills and just getting your vocabulary knowledge up higher and building that, consistently every day. That's easy. Listening's a tough skill if you're not inputting a ton. Like, I was like a couple points shy of 50% in the listening. And I listen to a lot. Like, I spend most of my day with Japanese audio or Skyping Japanese friends or talking to management in Japanese, like talking to people I work for. And I still got a half. I think I got the same score as you did this year. 26. In listening? Oh, awesome. That is a very good score. It doesn't sound like it, but that actually is a pretty good score considering. I'm trying for N3 this year. You can do it, dude. I believe in you. I'm not in Japan anymore, and that was the 2017 test in December. So TBH, it was probably because I'm a musician and I study pitch accent. That might help you. I'm also a musician. Didn't study pitch accent. Did study music theory for like 4 years. And when I left high school, I could play 10 instruments. Obviously, don't own all those instruments because the music hall at my school had all of them. But I still own banjos, ukuleles, bunch of guitars, melodica, piano. I don't have my bass anymore. Don't have my mandolin anymore. I think I got 6 instruments. Still love music, just don't play professionally anymore. Sharab is strong alcoholic beverage. I don't drink, so that probably explains why I don't know that. So you taught in Japan for how long? I didn't teach I didn't teach English in like a school. I did these online things just to make some ends meet, but it wasn't why I was in Japan. I was in school and I was teaching like special one-on-one classes in Starbucks for a while. But my main job was always translating tattoos and doing YouTube. That was always what I did, and I did that forever. Still do it, actually, but I do the nice thing about it being 2019 is most of my translation work I could do online. So I still work with that tattoo shop, but it's online. Magic, right? I know, it's crazy. My major at uni is music. You say uni? Are you from Australia by chance? Chad, do you want an ocarina? When's your birthday? You just missed my birthday. It's January 6th. But I would love an ocarina. I don't own one, but they sound like fun. And I have a recorder and a penny whistle. I didn't include those in the instruments because I don't consider that an instrument. I consider that an exercise in basic music theory. But I own both of those. I just don't own an ocarina. How do you study grammar? Right now I've been doing a lot of Boon Pro, as well as referencing it with... You want to reference everything with multiple different sites. So you have like a main method, and then you have multiple different ways to do it. And the nice thing about Boon Pro is it is a SRS system. So it's kind of like Anki, but for grammar. That's what I personally use. I enjoy it. How old is Chad? I'm 25 this year. I just turned 25. I know, I'm an old fart, but just turned 25. Hell yeah, man, the uke is my favorite instrument. That was the first thing I ever learned to play, was the ukulele. At least, I tried to pick up guitar when I was younger and couldn't figure it out, and then I got a uke, and I was like, 4 strings, that's the key. And then moved to guitar. American, starting in University of Hawaii next fall. Well, congratulations. Can I come sleep on your couch for a week so I can say I went to Hawaii? There's the, is it Ariana or Ariana Grande tattoo joke? Waiting for that one. Lucky HD, first Ariana Grande tattoo joke on the channel. Right when she posted it, before the stories came out saying, wait, what did you do? My sister sent it to me and said, what does this mean? And I told her, and she's like, oh no. And then it's like, it didn't come from me, but everyone at once was having this collective, like, oh no, why'd you do that? Everyone that spoke Japanese or has any experience living or working in Japan was like, what did you do? Especially if you, like, have been in Japan in the summer. That's such a common thing to see in the summer because everyone's on the beach grilling fish. Never mind, I'm not even going to get into it. Happy birthday, by the way, I forgot. It's okay. I didn't make it public on the channel. It's not a big deal. But, yeah, January 6th is my birthday. Rebirth, what's up? Ugh, my nose is wanting to kill me. I really like the Dictionary of Basic, Intermediate, Advanced Japanese Grammar. I own that book as well. I use it to reference. So whenever I learn anything on Boom Pro, I also check it depends on, obviously, what level of grammar. Right now, it's pretty much all the end of the Intermediate Dictionary or the Advanced Dictionary. I do the Tai Kim's Guide, and then Japanese for You. I kind of reference all of those. Ooh. Fukuoka to Hawaii flights are super cheap. Dude, do it up. We'll go hang out in Fukuoka. It'll be sweet. I lived in Oahu in 2016. Best 5 years of my life. Yeah, I need to go. What does it actually mean? We were told it means a couple of things. Well, here, let me pull up the actual tattoo, shall we? Oh, I say I'm going to pull it up, but I don't want to blow up my computer. Why? At least the anime's almost over. So that's the problem, is I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this, but if you guys are newly tuning in, OBS quit on me and I had to stop the stream and restart it, so yay. Yay. Cool. Alright, we'll just, you know what, we'll deal with this in Discord, because I don't want to touch my computer before the stream's over. Oh. Phone? I need the phone to talk to you guys. And where are we at in the anime? Please don't blow up. Hey, we're good. We made it. It's the end. At the Chad Zimmerman channel. All right. Well, let's get all the essential stuff out of the way, and I'll finish answering questions. And we'll just discuss this in the Discord. We're ending anyways. It's not a big deal. But it was the fish grill. That is legit what it is. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, it would mean a ton to me if you guys would like it down below. It actually does help. It seems you'd be like, Chad, that doesn't help at all. It actually does mean a lot, and it does help YouTube show this around. Even if you're watching this later or the replay, if you comment down below, I do read all comments. And if you like this video, check out my streams every single Saturday, my videos on Wednesday, and I will be bringing back the, the Saturday morning Road to JLPT Victory, but I'm going to do it after the semester's over. So, if any of that sounds cool, feel free to subscribe. I'm happy to help and be there to support you guys. I don't think there's anything else. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or leave it. Doesn't matter. All right. I think everything's good. All right, we're good. Rad. Let's talk on the Discord. I have a Discord link down below. We talk all week long. If you want to know about the episodes early, if you want to see all the resources as much as I get them, if you have anything you want to ask throughout the week, the easiest way to get to me is via Discord. Leave a like. Gosh, I'm such a YouTuber. There's a link in the description. You could join the Discord server and talk to me, even on voice. It's not just comments. Like, I hang out on voice a lot. Love you, Chad. Bye-bye. All this stuff. Yeah, I love you guys, too. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. The final reminder, March 16th, that's the live stream. The first $56 of this stream tip that you see on my face goes to buying shock collars, and then it progressively devolves into worse things that we're going to buy to hurt both me and all of the guests. Yes, we're having guests on the live stream that you all can painfully hurt in a chance to help raise funds to expand the manga club. All right, that's it. That's all I'm going to say now. We're heading out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love hard, love deep, tell loved ones you love them, hug someone that's dear to you, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold hold tight. Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time.